We've all seen the courtroom dramas on TV, but what does a criminal defense lawyer really do when the cameras aren't rolling? Well, today we're going to pull back that curtain. We're going to follow the journey from that terrifying moment of an accusation all the way to getting a final resolution. And let's just start with the raw emotion of it all, because it's the foundation for everything else. Facing a criminal charge is, to put it mildly, terrifying. I mean, it's an experience that can just flip your entire world upside down, leaving you scared and completely unsure of what's coming next. But right there, in that moment of terror, the very first step to getting some control back is finding the right person to fight for you. You can feel that shift, can't you? Right here in this quote from a former client, Tony. That one single conversation was enough to start pushing out the fear and bringing in some confidence. So, to really understand what a defense attorney does, we have to first get a handle on what is truly at stake. And believe me, it is not just about one day in a courtroom. It's about a person's entire future. And just look at this. The ripple effect of a conviction is huge. It goes way beyond just the possibility of prison or paying some fines. A permanent criminal record, that can follow you for the rest of your life, making it tough to get a loan, rent an apartment, or even hold on to your job. This isn't just a legal fight, it's a fight to protect your whole life. Okay, so let's move on to the next absolutely crucial phase, finding that guide. When you're lost in the maze of the legal system, you don't just need someone with a map. You need someone who's walked every single path from every possible direction. A really great advocate often has this multifaceted background. Think about it. Some attorneys build this amazing 360-degree view. Maybe they start as a law clerk, so they see how judges think. Then they become a prosecutor, so they learn exactly how the other side builds a case. So when they finally become a defense attorney, they bring all of that knowledge with them. That is a seriously powerful combination. And get this, here's a quote from a homicide prosecutor. Yeah, the person whose job it is to go up against defense attorneys. When your opponent, the person on the other side of the aisle, says you're the one they would trust with their own family, wow, that says everything about a lawyer's skill and their integrity. So you've got your advocate. Now what? How is the actual defense built? Well, it's not some magic trick. It's a careful, step-by-step process of digging in, planning a strategy, and fighting for you. You can really boil the whole process down to these 3 key stages. It always starts with listening, creating a space with zero judgment to just hear your side of the story. That's step 1. Only then can you move to step 2, building the actual defense. And the end goal is always step 3, getting the case resolved so you can finally move on with your life. Now, to get how defense works, you got to understand this core idea of the legal battlefield. The prosecution, they have to carry all the weight. They are the ones who have to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. So what's the defense lawyer's job? To take that case apart, piece by piece. They go on offense, poking holes in the evidence, questioning witnesses, and digging into whether the police did their job by the book. And that strategy, it has to be adapted for a huge range of cases, right? Everything from a DUI or a theft charge all the way to the most serious violent crimes. That's why having a wide breadth of experience is so important. An attorney who's seen it all is ready for anything the other side might throw at them. And let's not forget the human element here. This is huge. Beyond all the legal strategy, a massive part of the job is managing the client's emotional state. You can just hear it in Sidra's words here. A lawyer's calm, confident presence can bring you a sense of peace when you need it the most. It's about building trust, not just a case file. Now, every so often, a defense attorney has a very specific skill that gives them this incredible edge. A kind of secret weapon, if you will, that can totally flip the script on a case. Let me show you a really powerful example of this. So here it is, a NHTSA Certified Instructor. What on earth is that? Well, NHTSA is the national agency that literally writes the manual on DUI field sobriety tests. An instructor certification means you're qualified to teach police officers how to do those tests the right way. It's a credential meant for police trainers, which is why it's almost unheard of for a defense attorney to have it. So what does it actually mean when your lawyer can train the police?
It means they know the official rulebook better than the officer who arrested you. They know exactly what mistakes to look for because they're trained to spot every single one. Every little deviation, every messed up test, every shortcut taken, that becomes a massive advantage. In a DUI case, that's a total game changer. So you take all of this, the deep experience, the trust, the secret weapon, and you bring it all together. It's all building towards one thing, moving forward. This last part of the journey is about getting that resolution so the client can finally get their life back.
And this right here is what all that hard work is for. For this client, Nori, the result was a complete dismissal of the case. It just serves as this powerful reminder of the real, tangible impact a tough, smart defense can have on a person's entire future.
This brings us to probably one of the most practical and critical questions that anyone in this kind of situation could ask. When do you actually pick up the phone and make that call?
And the answer couldn't be more clear. You do it immediately. You should hire a defense attorney the second you even think you might be under investigation. Don't wait until you are arrested. Don't wait until you're charged. Getting someone involved early is absolutely crucial. It lets your advocate step in, protect your rights from the very start, and maybe even stop charges from ever being filed in the first place. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. If it was your future on the line, what would you look for in a defender? Would it be that deep well of experience, a rare specialty, or maybe just the ability to make you feel confident in your darkest moment? Really thinking about that, that's the first step to finding the right person when it matters most.